Hi guys. Okay, it's so dark and gloomy out that I can't figure out where to videotape our story today because it's either too dark or if I turn the lights on, we're getting weird shadows. So, and I want to show you the lamp I'm using. It's a plant. It looks like a plant. I thought it was perfect for today. So I'm going to put that in back, give us some extra light. Hopefully there's not too much shadow or glare. Okay, so we are going to read A Fruit is a Suitcase for Seeds by Jean Richards, illustrated by Anka Harrington. While we're reading today, I want you to think about the word seed. We've been talking about it, right? Yeah, and we all know what seeds are, or we think we know. I also want you to think about something you're learning. So while I'm reading, I want you to just be using your brain and thinking, and you can think to yourself, that's an interesting fact. Maybe you already knew it, or maybe it's a new one. Okay? A fruit is a suitcase for seeds. Most plants have seeds. When you put a seed in the ground and water it, a new plant grows from it. Seeds often travel to far away places. If seeds did not travel, too many plants would grow in one place. It would be very crowded. I like the illustrations in this book, kind of like watercolor paints. Some seeds travel on the wind. Some seeds travel in water. Many seeds travel inside fruits. The fruit is like a suitcase for the seeds. It protects them on their trip. So that's a pomegranate, all those seeds in there. And that's like if it was a suitcase. Fruits look beautiful and taste good, so animals and people eat them and drop the seeds in different places. Some fruits carry one big seed inside them. This seed is called a pit. I'm going to stop for a minute and think because I feel like we got a lot of information. So at first, it was stuff we already knew. Like all the seeds, they travel. We've read about that. That reminded me of the tapir and how he helps with the seeds. And then it said how animals will eat them and drop them, or if people drop seeds, and they travel in the wind. Interesting. But now we're talking about a pit. A pit. Did you know pits were seeds? Do you know something that has a pit? I bet you've eaten lots of fruits with pits. A cherry is one of these fruits. Some fruits have many small seeds inside them. Lemon, apple, pear, watermelon. An apple is one of these fruits. Some fruits have many, many tiny seeds inside them, like kiwi, banana, and blueberries. kiwi is one of them. There's a fruit bat eating a kiwi. Oh, I have to stop and think because I just made a text to life connection. Remember, those connections are when we read something and we relate it to something in our lives. It could be something else you've read or something you've done. So hold on. A banana has many, many, many tiny seeds. So when you eat a banana, if you cut it in half down the middle, you know all those tiny specks? Those are banana seeds. Huh. Did you know that? I knew it, but it's weird to think about, right? Many berries, such as strawberries and blackberries, carry their seeds on the outside. Raspberries do too. Some vegetables we eat are really fruits. They carry seeds too. Tomatoes, pea pods, acorn squash, green peas, eggplant, red peppers, olives. Those are all fruits. Peas are seeds. Ah, just like the ones we are germinating. Can you find the seeds on this ear of corn? Hint, it's the part you eat. Yeah, it's the corn kernel that you eat. I'll bet you didn't know that every time you eat a peach, a cherry, an avocado, a plum, a cucumber, a tomato, a grape, an apple, an orange, a pea, a pear, a melon, a banana, or a blueberry, you are really eating a suitcase. A suitcase for seeds. And then she has some facts. Should we read a couple? Do all fruits come from flowers? Yes. All fruits develop from flowers. That's true for vegetables that hold seeds too. And we're going to talk about that more when we do the plant life cycle. What's the smallest seed in the world? The smallest seed belongs to the orchid flower family. They are so tiny you can hardly see them. Wow. So, I bet you didn't know that all of those foods were fruits. Did you know that every fruit has seeds? Yeah. And a lot of the fruits with those big pits in the middle, they call those stone fruits. So, we're talking about the seeds, right? But is that what this book was about? Did you learn any interesting facts? I did. Now, let's think about the main idea together, okay? Because main idea is important for you, especially going into 2nd grade, 3rd grade, 4th grade. It's going to be on all of your tests and stuff like that. So let's talk about that for a minute, okay? So the main idea, that's that light bulb in the middle or the heading on top. It's the big thing that we talked about. So what did we talk about here? That all fruits have seeds, right? Yeah. All fruits have seeds. And you don't have to write this, you can just follow along with me. So what were the details? Do you remember? So we talked about the pits, right? Some have one large pit, and that's its seed. Some have seeds on the outside, and the ones like the banana and stuff that we talked about, well, those have tons of tiny seeds. And then from there, we would add more details. So we would say, what's a detail about some have tiny seeds? We would say bananas have tiny seeds on the inside. Kiwis have tiny seeds on the inside. And then we could even add details after each of these. We could even say the different ways they travel. Seeds travel. So there's lots of ways we can add details as long as we know the big idea. Okay? Okay, we have a very exciting day. Are you ready? Next, we are going to start our germination project. And remember that big word, germination, doesn't mean germs. It's talking about when a seed starts to sprout and it starts to get roots. So are you ready? When you are, go ahead and go to the next part.